Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony This Morning Show. Happy New Year to everybody here. And here on today's show, we got a picture here from the college football bowls, as well as NBA, college hoops, and that single from the NHL. Of course, at the end of the show, we'll have our parlays for you, our peripheral plays. So make sure you stay tuned here with you on the Tony This Morning Show every day, 9:30 a.m. each time. So make sure you give us a like, a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. And set those notifications. When you hit that thumbs up, that like, you really help us build up our audience here on the Tony This Morning Show. Greatly appreciate it. So what we're going to do here is meet the cappers and then go right to the picks. So we don't mess around here on the Tony This Morning Show. Let's say hello, Ron. Ron, how you doing? And Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm doing all right. We'll leave not how I like to end the 2024. It was a tough day yesterday for me. Hey, we hit a couple, though, but definitely had more losers than winners yesterday. So bye-bye, 2024. Hello, 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's New Year, new goals. Let's get it. Have a good day.
It's a great day indeed. Let's have a great one to say hello to Bo. Bo, what's going on? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, guys. Man, what happened to Alabama yesterday? Goodness gracious, man. They couldn't even get 20 points. Like Rod said, it's pretty tough, man. But it is a fresh new year, guys. Let's have a great 2025. Let's cash some tickets today.
Yes, indeed. And hello to Chris. Chris, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. I finished off with a win. Had the Cavs over the Lakers, and then my free pick with the busted up Memphis Grizzlies, man, came in and took care of Phoenix. So it was a pretty good night for me, and we're just looking to keep it going into the new year.
That's right. Happy New Year. So hello to Solo. So what's going on? Happy New Year.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy New Year to everyone. Didn't have the best day yesterday, but that last play was a good play. We finished out with the Lakers over 228. We rolling into 2025. Good card today. Let's get to the money. Let's start off strong.
Let's start out strong, guys. Get to the money. Let's take a look at this college football into the playoffs here. So far, it's been chalk, right? The first round and yesterday. We'll see if that changes or what. I'll see how it rolls. So we'll start here with Texas and Arizona State. We've got Texas 13, 12.5 out there, total 52. Ohio State and Oregon. Ohio State 2.5-point favorites, total 56. Notre Dame and Georgia in the Sugar Bowl to wrap it up. We got Notre Dame a point favorite. Total sits here about 45 and a half. Let's start this one off with Rod.
Yeah, looking at these ones here. Ohio State, Oregon. This is the rematch we of earlier this year where Oregon got the win late in that one. We see plenty of scoring in that game. You know what I've been seeing? This total just keeps continuing to rise up. You know what? Give me the under because I don't expect the same type of game we've seen in that first round earlier this season. That wasn't a playoff game. There's more on the line here in this game than there was in that last game. And I think this we have a slow start, and that slow start leads us to an under here, lower scoring one. I don't expect a high scoring shootout. There's a lot on the line in this game, and I expect a lot of smash mouth football. We see what Ohio State did in that last round of the playoffs. They came out hot, that defense. It's going to be tough for Oregon to score that same amount of points, and I don't think Ohio State can score the same amount of points as well. So give me the under 56 now. I see that at Ohio State and Oregon. And then Notre Dame taking on Georgia. Yeah, I flip back and forth, but I like the over there in that one. I think we see some points. Notre Dame's been putting up points. Georgia, we know, can definitely put up some points there as well. So give me at 45. I think it's too low. I think we get into the 50s in that one. Give me the over 45, Notre Dame and Georgia.
Yeah, from Rod, we move on over to Bo.
Yeah, man. Like we say, guys. You look at these numbers. Sometimes the bookies just telling you. What the play is. We got the 13-0 Oregon Ducks as the underdog. The number one, they've been the number one team mostly all season long. Like Rod said, this is a revenge spot, man, for Ohio State. I know we use that a lot, but I think it's gonna play in this one. We know that Oregon haven't played in the Big Ten championship game, and to me, I think teams that be on layoff like that be at a disadvantage. Ohio State already played last week with the big win over Tennessee, only allowed 17 points. I think they're going to be focused, guys. And just a total disclosure, I have the Buckeyes winning everything. So I think whoever wins this game is going to take the championship. I like the Buckeyes to get the win. Just take them on the money line straight up. When it comes to Texas and Arizona State, Texas is a better team. but they got this running back, man, for Arizona State. They can run the ball, and I think that's the way they can even probably win this game. They got to keep away from Texas. I think they'll be able to stab that run game. And with 13 points, I think that's just too many, man. I think they'll keep it close. It's won 11 games due to this offense not turn the ball over, and that's the thing that Texas do. They turn the ball over, like I think they're 99 in that category. So I think if they turn over a little bit, get some sharps field for Arizona State, I think they keep it close to like the 13. I like Notre Dame, man, to push through. You know, with no big, this quarterback they have, he did play a little bit last game, but I just don't trust him in this spot. Notre Dame won 11 games straight. I think they'll push through and knock Georgia out.
There from Bone on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm definitely rolling with Ohio State on that one. Just revenge game, and I think on the over for for the for the Notre Dame Georgia, we're gonna go over there. And then man, Texas is gonna have to deal with Scatterby with Arizona State, man. I don't know if they can stop him, so I'm gonna take Arizona State with the points.
There we go from Chris. Move on over to Solo.
Yeah, Texas and Arizona State. I think this is going to be a good one. I see, what's the name? Arizona State, they were pretty good versus stopping the run early in the season. They were like 3.5. But the last 4 or 5 weeks, they're up to like 4.5. I think Texas will be able to run the ball. As far as Scatterbo, I think he's running his mouth a little too damn much. I see he's talking about he's the best back in the nation and they can't stop him and what he's going to do today. I think he just gave Texas a little too much bulletin board material. I understand he's played some good teams with BYU and Utah. I understand they're top 10, but this is Texas, a little too much speed. I'm going to lay it with the horns, hook them, minus 13. Ohio State, I think they get it done. I also think Oregon scores some points. I think this game probably goes over. I'm leaning toward the over. Notre Dame and Georgia, I understand Riley Leonard has looked good all season, but I don't really like Marcus Freeman in the big games. I like Kirby Smart in this situation. A couple weeks to prepare. He'll have his Georgia team ready to slow the game down. I'm going to take the Bulldogs on the money line.
Yeah, from Solo, say what I think about these games. First off, the weather. 2 games in domes, Texas, Arizona State, Notre Dame, and Georgia. Rose Bowl outdoors, Ohio State, Oregon, Pasadena, 72 degrees, clear skies, 6-mile-per-hour wind, light wind. There's a perfect ideal conditions there in Pasadena, and the only outside game there. I'm going to look here, taking the points here with the Arizona State. Love the way their defense has played down the stretch. 6-game win streak for the Sun Devils. They do have, Texas did play last week. But again, just looking at this Sun Devils here, they've been playing very well over the past 3 games, allowing 16 points per game, stopping the run, stopping the pass. I know a lot of talk here about the Arizona running back, but this defense has really played well for this Sun Devils team, so I'll look for them in this spot. I like the over as well in Ohio State and Oregon. 2 really good quarterbacks play here in this spot in the Rose Bowl. The weather is going to be, again, it's going to be ideal here for throwing the football. A lot of speed out there for these playmakers. So I look for the over in this spot. Also, the run defense for Oregon has not been very good over the past 3 games. Get up 155 yards rushing per game, about 4.4 yards per rush. I think that will also help the passing game for Ohio State. So that's one of the reasons why I like the over. You have to go look at Georgia in this spot here. I wasn't really impressed with Beck anyway as a quarterback. Looking here at this Riley Leonard, he's had some down games. If you look at his numbers here, 5.3 yards per pass against Texas A&M, 6.3 yards per pass against Indiana, and there are other inefficient numbers against Illinois, Virginia, Miami there as well. But when you look at the Bulldogs, what they've done here against playoff teams, 3-0 straight up in their 3 games against playoff teams. And these playoff teams averaged 17 points a game against them. Texas put up 19 and 15 points on this Georgia defense. Tennessee put up 17 points on this Georgia defense. I got to look, and they've also played the tougher schedule here. So I'll look at Georgia here in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we'll turn our attention over to the NBA for today. We've got an 8-game card here from the association. So let's turn our attentions over to this card for today. So we'll start here with the following games, all later tonight, starting at 7 Eastern time or later. So we'll start here with the Magic Pistons. We've got the Pistons now up to 2, total 213.5. Bulls and Wizards. Bulls on the road, 5.5, total 238. Nets and Raptors here. Nets 1.5, total 221. We start with Rod.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Bulls and the Wizards at 238. I'll take the over in that one. Not a whole lot of defense between either of those sides. So I think we get into the 240s in scoring in that one. And I believe Detroit, I was just trying to see what they were. Detroit is a favorite this season. I think it's 2-1. I think it's a favorite. I know they haven't been a favorite loss this season. I'll have to look that number for you. But I'll lay them 1.5 with the Pistons there at home over the Magic in that one today.
All right. So let me update. Doing this spot. Let me update you on the injuries here for Orlando. Here we got Banchero, Wagner still out. Black, questionable. Suggs, probable. Detroit, a clean injury report for Detroit. I think that's the first time this season we've had no one on this report. Chicago and the Wizards, we've got Craig, doubtful. Dosunmu out. Levine, questionable. Terry Smith, also probable here. On the Washington side, Bagley, Bay are out. Poole and Carrington, questionable. And the other game, we're looking at this Nets game, right? This Nets game, we've got Cam Thomas, Bogdanovich, and Watford are out. Williams probable. On the Toronto side, we got Quickly out in this one. Barrett has been upgraded to questionable now. Grady Dick as well, questionable. So there you go with the injuries. We get on over to Bo.
Yeah, man. I know we sneaked out the win with the Bulls against Charlotte. They got in the overtime. They did get the cover. And I'm going to continue to ride it, man. There's no way I can trust Washington. And 23 of the 25 games this season, they've been blown out by double digits. Bulls been great on the road, 10-7 in last 17. Think they just have too much offense. They go fast. We know Washington down 28 when it comes to defense. Points allowed, just most of the category, they rank toward that bottom. So I think Chicago get the easy win and cover the spread. We have about 6 more points. I'm not going to touch the Nets and Toronto game, man. I don't know how to decide that one. So, guys, just take that one at your own risk. But as far as the Orlando game go, I like Detroit. Atlanta just dealing with too many injuries. We knew it was going to start catching up with them pretty soon. They barely got the win over the Nets as an 8-point favorite. Detroit been playing good ball, so I'm going to lay the money line with Detroit.
Yeah, from Bo on over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely taking the over in the Chicago-Washington game. I mean, these guys are just giving up way too many points to the other teams. They're playing no defense at all. So, yeah, like Rod said, we're going to get up and over that, no problem. And I'm going to take Brooklyn just as a fade at Toronto from what happened yesterday. I didn't have it as a premium or anything. I just had it as a personal one, and that was ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm going to take Brooklyn in that one. And, yeah, I'll probably leave the Orlando-Detroit one alone.
There we go. From Chris on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Magic and the Pistons. I think this could be a good game right here. I think the Magic keep this one close. I think they win it at the end. I'm going to take the Magic with the 1.5. I'm sorry, I'm taking the Magic on the money line. The Nets and the Raptors, definitely don't like what I saw from the Raptors yesterday. The Nets team was kind of, they plugged the tree. They're trading everything away. They're just basically trying to build trade value in the whole nine. This is a tricky game. I don't think these teams can really score. I'm going to take the under 220.5. And the Wizards and the Bulls, I agree. I think these teams get up and down. I'm going to take the over 237.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to look here at the Pistons in this spot. Magic 3-6 to the road as a road favorite. Boy, their form has really gone south here. We know they've had those injuries, but over their past 5 games, really struggled shooting just 44%, 30% from 3. Pistons the better shooting form. They're also 4-1 of the spread at home against winning teams. Magic 3-6 to the spread as a road dog. I'll look at Detroit here in this spot. Bulls and the Wizards. I'm going to look here at the Bulls laying the points. Bulls have just been a really good offensive team away from home this year, averaging 115 points per 100 possessions, hitting 48% from the field, 39% from 3 on the road. Washington has been in a shooting slump pretty much all season. They are last in offensive efficiency on their home court, and against these teams that don't force turnovers, the Bulls 4-1 of the spread on the road. Facing teams that don't pressure defenders that force 13 turnovers or fewer. I like Chicago there in that spot. In that Raptors game here with the Nets, this one I'm going to look at Toronto with the home court advantage. They have covered 11 of 16 at home. And this Brooklyn team is, as we said, are trading players away. We saw that again here recently, and they're going to continue to build trade value for them. But the Nets' shooting form has not been very good over their past 5 games. The Toronto shoots the ball better at home. And they put up 113 points per game on their home court. Right now, the Nets are having a hard time just getting to 100 points these days. So I'll look at Toronto there in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we continue with the NBA with the next series of games. Next up will be Pelicans and Heat. The Heat 8.5, total 221. Jazz and the Knicks. We got the Knicks 13, total 229.5. Mavericks and Rockets here. Rockets 5.5, total 222. On over to Rod.
Up to 5.5. It was a 5 like about 20 minutes ago. So that Rockets line is on the move. Must be some more guys out for Dallas. Who's in there? Is Irving in there? It's the only guy I care about. And we know Luka's still out for a bit. Is Irving going to play in that one?
Well, let me tell you what's going on here. We got Luka out, Exum out, Marshall out for Dallas. Lively will be questionable in this game. So it looks like Irving right now penciled in. For Houston, MN Thompson out. Terry Easton is questionable there. We'll look at the rest of the games here. New Orleans and Miami. We got Ingram, Matkovic, and Zion still out. Alvarado has been upgraded, doubtful if that's an upgrade. Robinson Earl questionable. On the Heat side, Rozier, Richardson out. Robinson questionable. And in that Utah game, we've got John Collins doubtful. And then on the Knicks side, McCullough, Robinson out. Brunson questionable. So they're caught up with the injuries. Back to Rod.
All right, for me, looking at these ones, looking back at that Dallas Houston game, yeah, that line's just went a bit too far. I'll take Dallas plus the 5.5 there in that one. Scrappy bunch. And then when Irving back in there for Dallas, we know he'll lead the team to at least getting the cover there. Scrappy against Houston. You got a shot to outright Houston there in that one, I think. Houston getting a little bit too much love there. Give me Dallas plus the points in that matchup. And then I'm looking at the Knicks. I'll lay the 13 with the Knicks. I don't trust the Jazz. We've seen the Jazz many times. They can't cover that number. Not trusting the Jazz. Give me the Knicks at home. I think they ball out there in that one. And then the Heat laying 8.5. Yeah, no chance I can lay 8.5 with the Heat at home. Now that's what New Orleans. Hey, they're starting to turn things around. Things are starting to look a little better and looking a little bit bright side for New Orleans. Maybe things will start turning around. At 8.5, I will take New Orleans plus the 8.5 there in that one. Not rushing to the window to bet it, but maybe just a little sprinkle in that one. Definitely not going all out, going, yeah, unload. But a little sprinkle on the Pelicans.
Yeah. From Ron on over to Bo.
All right, man. Knicks and Utah. I'm looking at the over. One thing we do is Utah do is play over the total. Last 10 out of 11 games went over. New York at home in their last 3 out of 4 games, they're averaging almost 125 points. I think it's going to be a fast-paced game. We know Utah don't play too much defense, so over and under, say the 229, I think we fly over that one. As far as the Pelicans and the Heat, I'm going to take the Heat, man. You know what I'm saying? Against non-conference opponents, they're 6-3 straight up, 8-1 against the spread. The last 15 games on the road, Pelicans only won 3 of those games. Still dealing with too many injuries for me. Heat can play some defense. They got a better coach to me. I think they get it done by double digits. And what's the other game we got? This Dallas. Y'all know I'm just kidding, man. Give me Dallas. Give me my Dallas Mavericks, man. Kyrie Irving will probably throw about 30 points in this game. Houston allowed 2 games in a row. We just saw the big scuffle with them against Miami. They lost 104-100. I know their defense good. I know they win most of the game at the house, but with Dallas not playing since Monday, Kyrie Irving didn't play that game, so he'll be ready to go. I think they have him ready to get this win, so he might sprinkle some on that money line with the Mavericks.
Yeah, from Bo on over to Chris.
Yeah, the New Orleans Miami one. I'm gonna take a shot with Miami there, like Bo alluded to. I mean, they are 6-3 against Western Conference opponents there, so I'd lay that there. I'm definitely gonna take the Knicks. I just don't like the Jazz at all. I take the Knicks at home, and I'm gonna be watching that Dallas Houston one to make sure that Kyrie plays, because I had that a while the other day against the Kings, and then late steam come in and he didn't play, and that number jumped and everything, and then the Kings got the win there. So I'll be watching that one. If he plays, then I would definitely lean towards Dallas.
Yeah, from Chris on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Jazz and the Knicks. I just don't like what I'm seeing from the Jazz right now. This Knicks team, they tend to beat up on these low bottom feeders. I think the Knicks roll in this one. I'm going to lay it. I think this one gets ugly. The Pelicans and the Heat. I like the way the Pelicans been playing ball lately. They're shooting a lot of threes. They're getting up and down. They got a lot of guys that they're probably putting up about 40 to 55 threes a game. If some of them fall, they'll find a way to get in this back door. So we're going to take the Pelicans +9.
There from Solo. I'll tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I'm going to be on the Heat side in this game. The Pelicans 3-12 of the spread on the road this year. And 5 of the Pelicans' past 6 road games have resulted in losses by double digits. It's not been a really good showing for this Pelicans team on the road. Their poor defensive form right now are these Pelicans team. So I'll look here at this Miami squad here on their home court. At home, they are put up 115 points per 100 possessions. So showing some offenses here. And the Pelicans on the road last in offensive efficiency, about minus 17.5 net rating on the road, this Pelicans team. Utah and the Knicks, I'm going to take it over here. New York against these poor teams. They get outscored by 3 points or greater this season. They're 5-1 of the over at home against these bad teams. The Jazz, 12-4 of the over on the road. A lot of that is because they've just been terrible defensively on the road. 29th in defensive efficiency, giving up about 120 points per 100 possessions. And, boy, this Knicks team in a really hot shooting form right now here, hitting 51%, 47, giving up 47%, though. So it has been a lot of offense, but defense has not been as good here for this Knicks team. And Utah in pretty good shooting form right now. It's the defense that's really hurting them. All right, we'll look at this Dallas and Rockets game. The way I look at it here, I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with Houston. The Mavs have lost the field to cover 3 of 4. The Mavs here, the plus 2.5 net rating here on their home court. But again, it's that Houston defense has been pretty good. They've covered 10 of 16 at home. I'll look at Houston in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we'll close out the NBA with these final 2 games on the card. The Hawks and the Nuggets. Boy, this is interesting here. The Nuggets 5.5, but the total is the story here. The total 246 here. Sixers and Kings. The Kings here 6.5, 7. Total 223. With this line, you know what's going on here with Philadelphia, right? No Embiid here. He's out for Philadelphia. Also, McCain continues to be out as well as Martin. Lowry, Gordon, Drummond questionable right now. On the Kings side, Keegan Murray is doubtful. Crowder is questionable, hardly used anymore. And Carter here is probable there. In the Hawks and Nuggets, we got Nance and Zeller out. Bogdanovich doubtful. Trae Young and Daniels are probable. Still Gordon out and Ken Carr out for the Nuggets. So you're caught up in these two on the injury report. On over to Rod.
So all the guys that can score are in for that one. So we cruise into the 250s between the Hawks and the Nuggets because they don't play defense. And you look the last 15 head-to-head, 10 of 5 to that over between these two teams, dating all the way back to 2018. So they haven't been playing defense for at least 7 years between each other. So 10 of 5 the over there head-to-head. Yeah, I like the over in that one. We cruise into the 250s. We've seen it. It was 252. Was the total points earlier this season when the Nuggets pounded the Hawks. So I lean to the Nuggets to pound the Hawks again. I just don't trust the Hawks there. They're also 0-2 ATS. Their last 2 trips into Denver are these Hawks. In that one, so Denver Nuggets at home and the over for me in that one. And then looking at Sacramento. Ooh, Sacramento does not look like exactly like it was the other day when it was 6.5 with Sacramento. And we're all like, ooh, I don't want to lay 6.5 with Sacramento. Well, I'll lay 6.5 with Sacramento. They got the 10-point win last time out when it was 6.5. So I think they can do it again. Starting to turn the corner. Chris is shaking his head going, I don't know if I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'll lay the 6.5. Sacramento's maybe they've turned the corner, or they're starting to turn the corner and looking like they're coming around the stretch and looking like things might turn around a little bit. I think they will. Give me the Sacramento Kings minus 6.5.
There from Ron. Just someone asked about Embiid. Yeah, Embiid is being ruled out for rest purposes. This is a front end of back-to-back Sixers in action tomorrow. On over to Bo.
Yeah, man. Let's go over that total between the Hawks and the Nuggets. I think a reason why a lot of the Denver games going over because Aaron Gordon is out and Russell Westbrook is in. You know what I'm saying? When he's in on the court, it's fast. So I think that's why a lot of the games went over lately. We know Atlanta has always been known no defense, no defense, all offense. So I think we'll see over 247 in that one. So in the last one, I don't think the Kings have turned the corner enough, man. I just prime Mike Brown against the 76er team. I think they're gonna beat them straight up the last 10 out of 13 meetings. I just think it's too many points, man. You know, sometimes when these teams be having players out, you know, I think that's kind of get that bench some playing time. I think they get some chemistry. Paul George will still be in. They still have Tyrese Maxey, man. So I think they have enough offense. This King defense is successful, so I think they'll be able to keep it close. That's why that line it was at 7. It's going down. Some money coming in on the 50. So I'm gonna take the 7 to just take a shot with them points.
From Bo on over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely take the over in the Denver-Atlanta game. I mean, Denver is 10-0 against Eastern Conference. I don't know why they don't play defense against them. Maybe they just can't play defense at all against Eastern Conference opponents. But anyway, that's going to go up and over. And as far as the Sacramento game, yeah, they won that one. But, I mean, you didn't have Kyrie. You didn't have Luka. They played like the Mavs hung in there, but they were very disorganized and just they almost lost it to them, and they come back. But I'm gonna lay with Philly here. I still don't trust Sacramento at the moment. And Keegan Murray was one of my favorite players in the league, and he's really the only guy they got shooting 3-pointers. So yeah, I'd lay it with the Sixers there. They may be turning the corner, but I feel like they're going in circles, turning the corner. Too many suspect lefts there. So I still don't trust Sacramento at all right now. They're gonna have to do something, and they're gonna have to do more than beat up a Mavs team that was missing a lot of their key players. So I just take it's not that I'm betting, but lean 76ers.
Right there from Chris on over to Solo.
Yeah, Hawks in Denver. This should be a good one. I think these teams get up and down. I'm going to take the Hawks on the money line. I think this is a good situation for them. I like Trae Young. I think they're getting healthy. I think Denver's missing one or two bodies. I think it'll show down the stretch. Like I say, I think this Hawks defense needs to find a way to have a good games and string some games together. I think that needs to start today in Denver. Massive win today. Let's take Hawks on the money line. And I'm also with the 76ers with the points. Still ain't sold on the Kings team. I think they'll probably get the victory. They beat the Mavs and the Lakers, but I just don't think they'll cover this spread. So I'll take the 76ers plus the points.
There for Solo. I say what I think about these games. Yeah, I know there are some concerns about being New Year's Eve and the unders coming in and taking the dogs. That's a pretty good point, but I'm still going to go over with this Nuggets and the Hawks team. I'm going to just look at the numbers, and I understand this certain spots here, but looking at this games as Chris alluded to, Denver's gone over and 10-0 the over against the East. Atlanta 3-0 the over on the road against these teams that give up 116 points per game or greater. So when they play these soft defensive teams, they go over as well. Both teams in fantastic shooting form. So I'll look here at that over in that one. Yeah, I'm with I'm with the Philadelphia Sixers here. As Chris alluded to, there was no Kyrie, there was no Luka in that game. And I think the Kings still fell behind by 17 points in that game, had to make a comeback. So that's still a really bad look for this Kings team, even with this coaching change. And of course, at least they only have one guy out, not two. So you should have Maxey and George in for this Sixers team. So I'll look at that Sixers plus the points there against the Kings. All right, we got you through here. This NBA card here for New Year's Day. Let's turn our attention over to college basketball. We do this time of day. We just asked the cappers, give us what they got in college hoops, and we'll start here with Rod.
Yeah, and looking at this college hoops board in today's action, there's a few games here that I'm looking at. I like the over between Purdue Fort Wayne and Northern Kentucky. Like a $143.5 in that one, and I think that's definitely too light. I think we cruised into the $150s in there. We knew Purdue Fort Wayne 8-5 to the over. It definitely can give up points defensively, and we can cruise over 143.5 there in that matchup. Another one I'm looking at is I like Connecticut here. Give me UConn going into DePaul. I think they pants DePaul, win by 20 plus there in that one. I just don't trust DePaul in that spot. We know UConn's slowly starting to turn things around from there. They had a little bit of slow start, but we know they'll just continue to roll and get better as the season rolls along. I don't trust Evansville on the road there going into Southern Illinois. Give me the Salukis laying the 8.5. Salukis win by 10 plus over Evansville there in that matchup. And then looking at where are we looking here? North Carolina jog going into Louisville. Looks a little funky to me. I'll take North Carolina on the money line. I think they go into Louisville and get the win in that one. Louisville is a favorite. I don't trust that. Give me North Carolina in that one. And then the late night one. Give me Northern Iowa. Give me the Panthers over Belmont. I don't trust Belmont on the road there in that one. Northern Iowa. The Panthers been money. Solid team there. We favored by 6.5. I got them favored by a lot more than that. I think they win by double digits. I'll take Northern Iowa in that one.
There you go. They had late night team that Utah. Utah was it Utah State? Yeah, Utah State got it done in the second half.
All right.
Outright, right? Yeah, they did it again. This Nevada team, Alford boy, not a really good close of the year. There, it's on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, that was one of my wins last night, man. I took them straight up, so that was some nice cash. But today, I'm gonna look at that Evansville game that Rob spoke on. This team has scored 60 points or less in their last 3 games. They only averaging 64 points. They shooting 41% from free throw line, man. 28% from the 3. They play slow. I think it's gonna be the first team to make it to 60 points. I think the last 2 games they played, I think they scored 55 and 1. I think they scored 64 and 1. This team is not good on the offense. And the Salukis, they've lost their last 6 out of 9. I think we'll see a low, ugly game. So over and under said at 139. I think it went down a little bit. I'll still take it under the total. I like for Kinetic and DePaul to go over the total of 146. Both teams are averaging over 80 points a game. Last year, I know Kinetic was a better team, but the 2 times they played them, one game was 101 to 67, and the other one was 88 to 65. So I think we'll see DePaul put some points up. They can shoot the 3, average about 38%. So I like the over 146. And I like Northern Iowa too. They're 6-0 straight up, and against the spread at home. Belmont have lost their last couple of games by big points. So I think Northern Iowa get it done. So I like them minus the 6.5.
All right, there from Bo. Move on over to Chris.
Yeah, the game I had was Connecticut DePaul, and like Bo said, I mean, I'm definitely rolling with the over there. You look at what Connecticut's doing. I mean, they're averaging 86 points versus conference, but they're also allowing 81.5 points to conference opponents. So I think we get up and over that total, no problem.
There from Chris on over to Solo.
Yeah, Pitt and Cal. Cal's not a good team, but this is too many points. I'm gonna take the Bears plus the 15. I think Madsen finds a way to coach his team to slow this game down, get in the back door. We'll take Cal plus the 15. And Tulsa and Rice, I'm gonna lay the 2.5 with Tulsa. I think they got good guard play. I think they'll control the boards. I think they'll cruise the victory in this one. Lay the 2.5 with Tulsa.
And there from Solo, tell you what a little game I'm looking at here. I'm going to go ahead and take Northern Kentucky laying the. We got what do we have this game here? 3. There's our 2.5 in there. I like Northern Kentucky in this one. Norse. We got already 4 conference games in the books here for Purdue Fort Wayne, and they're not playing very good defense in conference. So I'm looking at conference numbers now in this horizon here. 9th in effective field goal defense, giving up 38% from 3, 55% inside. Heck, your defense supposed to improve when you play your conference opponents, not get worse. And they're terrible on the offensive glass as well. This Purdue Fort Wayne team. We also have 3 games in the books here for Northern Kentucky in the conference, and they defend a little better. And they're making their threes at 37%, 35%. They're also all great on the offensive glass. Second in defensive efficiency against the Horizon, a better defensive team. So I'll take Northern Kentucky there in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. We got you through college hoops. We're going to get to hockey in just a bit. So that means we're going to see what Solo has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Heading into a new year, looking for good action here for this week. Of course, we got the bowl games up here, world games tomorrow, heading into a big NFL weekend as well. So we're putting up some really good numbers here right now from the NFL. So what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Got a 5-pack to start off the new year. We sprinkled over the bowl games and NBA. We're going to pick our spots. Might add a little light steam to one of these college basketball games, a few spots out there. But, sign up with me short-term, long-term. Like I say, pay me at one of the good, strong cappers on the panel or over at Tony's Picks. Make sure you use that 15% code. Let's get to the money.
That's the money, guys. Get on board. So over at Tony's Picks. Get on board with those long-term passes. Remember that 7-day pass. Get you the bowl action this week, as well as the playoffs, as well as NFL. We still have a 16-game card from the NFL, 2 Saturday, 14 on Sunday, all the hoops action. So get on board. Promo code Tony to get checkout. Link in the description. Go ahead and get signed up with Solo over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, on the premium side. All right, Solo, as always, great having you show. Do that great work, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Appreciate it, Tony. Good luck, everybody.
You got a parlay.
Don't forget to get the money.
That's right. Absolutely. So here on the Tony's Picks in the Morning Show. All right, let's continue on here as we go to the ice, and there's just one game. Of course, LA Kings, I guess they don't think the Rose Bowl, if they forgot the Rose Bowls on out here in Southern California. But Kings here to host the Devils. We got, $1.10 on both sides. One book is showing the Devils a slight favorite, so do your line shopping. Total here is 5.5. We go on over to Rock.
Yeah, it's just like I said yesterday. I'm going to take the Kings here. This is a back-to-back spot for the Devils. Tough spot. Devils, I believe they lost yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So I just don't trust the Devils here in this one at all. They got outrighted, and now you got to play. Yeah, they lost to the Ducks. They stepped on a duck and got ducked. Like I said, it's one of those East Coast teams coming out here to the West Coast. It's a nice beach just down the road, and it's probably sunny, as Tony alluded to. I think he said it was 72 degrees there in the Rose Bowl. So you're not far from that. They're enjoying the sun and the beach. Well, the Kings are ready to play their defense. They play solid defensive hockey, holding teams down to under 3 goals a game as this Kings team. That's been the recipe all season long, and it's equated to wins. So I think they take advantage of a tired Devils team on the back-to-back and get the win. Give me the Kings in that one.
There from Ron, we move on over to Bo.
Hey, man, Rod broke it down perfectly, so I'm going to piggyback on everything he said. I like the Kings on the money line.
Kings money line there from Bo. Got you through that one-game card from the NHL. So now it's time for our Parlay peripheral segment. Our cappers give out parlays if they want to get team or player props. They want to give out feature games from the future. That's up to them. It's their segment. So let's start it off with Rod.
And we're going to go back to the NBA since we got some good NBA going on today. I like we're going to take New Orleans plus the 8.5 in that one. We're going to take Dallas plus the 5.5 in that matchup. And we're going to lay the 5.5 with the Denver Nuggets to win by double digits. Little 3-teamer in the NBA for you today.
Teamer there from Rod. We move on over to Bo.
All right, guys, I got a couple things I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the futures look for the NFL weekend, but it's gonna get my parlay out the way. I like the over 229 between the Knicks and the Jazz. I'm gonna pair them up with Ohio State Buckeyes. I think they get it done. Just take them on the money line, and I also like that Arizona State plus a 13. I think they keep it close over Texas. For the futures NFL play, we're gonna look at this Denver Broncos versus Kansas City Chiefs. As we know, Kansas City is going to probably rest everybody, but Andy Reid is great in these spots. When it's like week 17, he's 9-1 ATS. Denver has a rookie quarterback. They have not made the playoffs since Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl. They're not battle-tested in these situations to be laying 10.5 points. I've seen some articles where Andy Reid say he really trusts Carson Wentz. We done seen quarterback like him resurge this couple of years. We got Baker Mayfield, Sam Donald. He get another shot, guys. I think they're going to play there, and we know they got good depth on the Kansas City Chiefs, man. It's the champions. They got good backups. I'm taking that 10.5 points, man. Might even sprinkle something on the money line. So, those are my looks for
Let's go. Go Chiefs.
That's right. Yeah, Dolphins. There you go. Yeah, these teams.
Dolphins alive.
Yeah,
let's go Chiefs.
The Chiefs don't. Yeah, the Chiefs don't want to see two other AFC West teams in there, right? You don't want to see your divisional opponents in the playoffs. Nobody knows you better than your divisional opponent.
Chiefs be happy to do them a favor, right? Come on, beat them up. Good. You guys want to play the Dolphins again? Come on. You know you want to, Chiefs. You want to play us again? Come on. I would be so excited. That would be awesome. I hope you do.
There you go there from Bo. And we move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'll give you a 3-team total over. Start the new year with a bang here. Take Chicago, Washington over. Take Denver, Atlanta over. And then that DePaul, Connecticut game, take that one over as well.
Yeah, from Chris, I'll give you a 3-teamer here. I like Northern Kentucky from College Hoops with the Detroit Pistons here laying the points, and I also like the over in the Jazz and the Knicks. All right, we got you through that. Now, so let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. So see what Rod has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod finishing off a really good 2024 campaign. Rod, what you got for sale over at the site?
And for me today over at Tony's Picks, I've got a 5-pack in the college football action. I've got 3 sides and a couple totals for you there. A nice little 5-pack. And then I've got my NBA drop a dime play, top play in the NBA. I absolutely love that play in the NBA today. So head on over and scoop it up. Let's start 2025 strong. But better way to go is to jump aboard long term. Join me, get a week pass, get a month pass. Join me to kickstart the 2025 season like we did in 24. Stacking units and putting money in your pocket. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. I'm not the only hot capper over at Tony's Picks. And having two cappers put money in your pocket, nothing wrong with that. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Hit the link in the description. Get you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use that TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases. Join us. Let's have a big kickoff to 2025.
That's right, guys. Got with Rod over at Tony's Picks. Let's see what Bo has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks. Heading to a big week of action. NFL still to come on the weekend. I see what Bo has for sale. Doing great work in college football over the past 7 days.
Yeah, I have a 3-pack. That's gonna be all in my best plays in the 3 sports we're looking at today. College football. I got a NBA best bet in the NHL. So you can get that 3-pack. I also have a 5-pack with some additional NBA picks in there. But guys, it's the first day of the year. You know what I'm saying? I know that, dropping out like $1,000 is a lot, but look at it as an investment, guys. You know what I'm saying? You can get all my picks for a full year for less than $100 a month. You know what I'm saying? That way you just sit back, put the plays in. I guarantee you guys by the end of the year, you have a nice return on your investment. So that's what I'm promoting today, guys. Go get something long term. Let's get that investment mindset, man. This is a great way to make a little financial freedom for yourself, man. So jump on something long term. Pair me up with any one of these other guys, man. All of them hot. Just check the leaderboard, guys. We're putting in great work. We love what we do. So make sure to sign up today. Use code TonyT, save 15%. Let's get it.
Yeah, guys, you have both Bo over at Tony'sPicks.com. Keep an eye on that 1 year all sports pass. Get it off here for Bo in 2025. All right, let's see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks right now. Chris put some good numbers up here in the NFL.
Yeah, I've got a 3-pack in the NBA today. I've got a best bet in the college football playoff in one of those. And then, just hop on something long term. So definitely usually get those late steam plays as well, like what we had happen in Dallas the other day where Kyrie went out and then we had a line jump. So definitely want to stay on something long term. You're going to get all my plays. I've got stuff coming up in college basketball, continuing with the college playoffs and NBA the rest of the season. So, hop on something long term. Use that code TonyT at checkout. Save 15%. And pair me up with one of these other hot cappers, man. Everybody's on the leaderboard. Everybody's doing great. And let's put some money in your pocket.
That's right, guys. Yeah, with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Great results there. Long-term pass is the way to go. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout will save you that 15% off. Keep an eye on those late steam plays. We all are cappers to put plays in late in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours for game time. Those plays are emailed directly to long-term subscribers using the email you use to sign up for the service. That's a late steam feature. Feature you don't find anywhere else but here at Tony'sPicks.com. Late steam here for long-term subscribers. Get your regular member plays in by 11 a.m. each time, but it's those late steam plays that you'll get emailed to you from the cappers as they continue to handicap throughout the day and night to find you winners. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, there from Chris. I got a best bet on the board right now over at Tony's Picks. Also got a 3-pack from college football as well. We're looking at some college hoops as well. So keep an eye there over at Tony's Picks. Remember the long-term pass as well. I'm doing great NFL and college football this year. So you may consider that 7-day all sports pass. That's what gets you locked in for the final week of the NFL, college football for this week as well. All the NBA and college basketball with that long-term pass. Promo code TonyT checkout will save you that 15% off. All right, we got you through here the show. Just a reminder, guys, with you every day here on the 26 Morning Show, 9:30 a.m. each time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, hit us with those likes, those thumbs up. Really helps us build our audience. And, of course, if you ever miss a show, it's archived on our YouTube channel. So you can just go to 26 YouTube. You go over to the live tab, and you'll be able to watch the archive if you happen to miss a show. Or if you need help with the later games, there you'll be able to watch it. You can even forward it up, the video to the late games if you need help with those. There with you as well. And if you want, and you're over at the Tony's YouTube channel, you'll see that we have on-demand with a lot of on-demand videos up there from our cappers. So let's see what the cappers have up there on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Let's see, Rod, what do you got over on the on-demand YouTube channel, Tony's Picks, and your plans for the week?
Yeah, plans for the week. Hockey moved back. We only had the one game yesterday, so you got that pick here in the NHL. But we got you covered in the playoffs action if you want. We got me and Ron shot a video there. That's archived over there at Tony's Picks YouTube channel. And going forward, hey, you'll have me cover all the hockey games going forward the rest of the week, kick off the year. So definitely be on the lookout for those.
That's right. Now, last Bo, what do you got over at the Tony's Picks YouTube channel and your plans for the week?
Yeah, yesterday I uploaded 4 NFL predictions. So you want to go those guys got the breakdown and analysis, a little deep dive and more than what we do on here. So go check those out. I will be uploading. Try to get finished today with the rest of the NFL games coming up. So she'll be loaded up, ready to go, man. Give you plenty of time, you know what I'm saying, to get the information in. So go over there and check those out, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Like, subscribe. That's Chris, what you got over on the Tony's YouTube channel on demand and your plans for the week?
Well, I got an NBA video today, a little more deep dive in the pick that I gave out. And then, just NBA the rest of the week. We're just going to keep putting that content out for the rest of the year, keep pumping that up, and just giving you guys the best in the NBA.
Absolutely, guys. I've got content up there on the on-demand channel, college football, NBA, and more. So you can check out my content over on Tony's YouTube on-demand channel. Of course, our live content continues every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, that'll do it here for the show today. We're back again tomorrow, live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll have a bowl game tomorrow. We'll have some NBA, hockey, and college hoops and more. Heading to a big week here and weekend of sports here for the week on the schedule. And of course, here at Tony's Sports Show, we'll have it all covered for you. So, guys, make sure you tune in, like, and subscribe. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Does anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Yeah, man, I got one more little thing I want to put in, guys. I got this on DraftKings. I think it's great value. You can get Sam Darnold as the comeback player of the year at 4 times your money, man. It's 4-1. I think right now he's kind of in contention with Joe Burrow. But if Joe Burrow loses against Pittsburgh and Sam Darnold win against the Detroit this weekend, I think that'll be a lock, guys. So I like that. It's just great value. You know what I'm saying? He's looking pretty good. His numbers are up. So I think that's great value. Get him. It's on DraftKings. You can get that at 4-1. Sam Darnold, comeback player of the year.
There we go from Bo. All right. That's going to do it here for the Tony's Morning Show. Anybody else have anything before we go?
Leon Draisaitl's going to win the Rocket Richard Trophy.
There we go.
The most goals. Rocket Richard is at 25. He's got the leader. He just passed everybody, and he's slowly going this way. So Leon Draisaitl, Rocket Richard Trophy. I see about plus 250 on DraftKings. So definitely keep that up. He's going to be winning the Rocket Richard Trophy this year.
There we go. There from Rod. All right, that's going to do it here for the show, guys. Going to go ahead. Bye, guys. You guys make it a winning January 1st, New Year's Day. Happy New Year's to everybody. And we're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Morning Show.